To the west is the city of Westminster, which grew up in the medieval period around the seat of government. In the Victorian era of the 19th century, the name London begins to refer to both cities. The development of London can be seen through its historic buildings, which offer a glimpse into the past and help us understand how it evolved over the centuries. One of the most visited places is the Tower of London, which was constructed after William the Conqueror's conquest of England in 1066. The White Tower, so named because it was once painted white, served as a royal residence. In later centuries, the fortress was notoriously used as a prison, earning a reputation for torture and death. The Tower complex is best known today as the home of the crown jewels of the United Kingdom. Close by is another icon of London, Tower Bridge. In the late 19th century, a surge of commercial development in the city's East End exposed the need for a river crossing downstream of London Bridge. Yet it needed to allow tall masted ships to pass underneath. The result was a combined suspension and drawbridge connected by two 65-meter towers which sit on piers. The bridge features two high-level open-air walkways which allowed people to cross when the bridge was open, because in the early days it opened around 15 times a day. Today it averages 2. The City of London, which is often referred to as the Square Mile, is London's financial centre, and under these modern high-rise buildings, the Roman and medieval London city once stood. Indeed, many of the streets and names of the medieval period still exist, such as Cornhill, Pudding Lane, Brett Street, and Poultry Lane. In the centre of the city is St Paul's Cathedral, one of London's most recognisable landmarks. Construction of St Paul's began several decades after its predecessor was destroyed in the Great Fire of London of 1666. It was designed by Sir Christopher Wren in an English Baroque style and stands at the highest point in the city. On the opposite bank is a recreation of a building that takes us back to the age of Shakespeare, the Globe Theatre. The open-air theatre stages both original Shakespearean works and also newly written plays. London's most popular paid tourist attraction is rather more modern, the Millennium Wheel. The wheel travels at a pace of 26 centimeters per second, making a revolution every 30 minutes. Passengers have time to get a wonderful view over several historic sites, including the Palace of Westminster, home to both Houses of Parliament. The perpendicular Gothic building was built after a major fire destroyed the original palace in 1834. Luckily, Westminster Hall, which was built in the 12th century, was saved. At the north end of the palace is the Elizabeth Tower. It's popularly known as Big Ben, although that is actually the nickname of the largest bell. Not far away is Westminster Abbey, an architectural masterpiece of the 13th to the 16th centuries. It also presents a unique display of British history, from the shrine of St Edward the Confessor to the tombs of British kings and queens. It has been the setting for every coronation since 1066. Since the mid-18th century, the British royal family has used Buckingham Palace as its official London residence. Originally known as Buckingham House, the building at the core of today's palace was a large townhouse built for the Duke of Buckingham in 1703. It was acquired by King George III in 1761. During the 19th century, it was enlarged by building 3 wings around a central courtyard. The east front features the well-known balcony on which the royal family traditionally appears to greet crowds. London is also a green city, and there are a number of well-known parks, including St James's near Buckingham Palace, Hyde Park with Kensington Palace on the west side, and Regent's Park with its rows of early 19th century terraces. The central part of Westminster is known as the West End, and it's here that many iconic places can be seen. Trafalgar Square with the National Gallery on the north side, the British Museum with its vast collection, Covent Garden, once a flower market and now a place to meet friends and enjoy street entertainment, and Piccadilly Circus, which stands at the heart of the West End. London is also well known for its shopping in places such as Oxford Street and Regent Street, and perhaps the most well-known department store, Harrods. When the shopping and sightseeing are done and the sun goes down, the city lights come on, and many of the famous landmarks seen during the day now sparkle across the city skyline. London is one of the most exhilarating cities in the world. It is a city that acts like a magnet, drawing people in to both live and work as well as visit, and it has done so for centuries. There is a saying about London that was coined at the end of the 18th century by the writer Samuel Johnson. It is as apt today as it was then. Sir, when a man is tired of London, he is tired of life, for there is in London all that life can afford. The rolling landscape and the beautiful and varied coastline of southern England, which is populated with pretty villages and harbours, give an impression of tranquility. Yet it is a landscape that has seen conflict and invasion, that over the centuries has changed the course of English history. And at its heart is London, a city that has grown from a small Roman outpost on the banks of the River Thames into one of the world's greatest capitals.